Aho. Today's message from Spirit is a continuation from the last one. And usually they are. I try to build from the previous one so that it all can make sense, but also I feel it really helps us in the bigger picture as to where we've been, where we're at, and how to help the collective, ourselves as individuals, to navigate through the times that we're currently in. And so the last one was really, Spirit speaking, God speaking into saying that the decision has been made. And so then I contemplated and I sat with that and I said, okay, I understand the decision has been made. However, we're still experiencing the process of the dismantling, and it doesn't feel good. It's still part of what we are experiencing, and there's emotions, there's a lot of stuff that we need to understand how to navigate in the process of until the outcome completes itself. And so I said, what is it that we're doing or that we need to do? And so what I was shown is the collective is pretty much the best way that I can describe, because this is what I was shown, is we're all in this like carnival, right? And I'm sure most of you will understand when I say there's in the carnival, there's this it's not necessarily a ride, but you go in it and it's a fun house, and it's a maze, so it's kind of like a labyrinth or maze where it's there's a lot of mirrors and you keep going in different directions and you need to find your way out. And at the same time there's like movement happening, the floor is moving and things are spinning, and it just is just this feeling of get me out of here, which direction do I need to go in? And so I said, yeah, that's exactly how it feels. But then what stood out is, because I said, I know that this is how it feels, but why are you showing me this? What is it that I need to know about this? And so what stood out to me is the mirror. And the mirror, how my reflection was staring right back at me. And I said, oh, okay. So this has to do with self, with us as a person. And so long story short, long message short, what Spirit is saying is that although the outcome or the decision has been made, this is continuing. The carnival ride is still continuing because the people are still participating. And this is something that I had heard before, but it's like Spirit saying, the carnival is done, or the ride is done when you decide it's done and you get off. It's kind of like when we're in a car and we're all going on this ride, and we can decide to keep going on the freeway, or there's options, there's opportunity for us to take the exit, and it's up to us when that exit, when we take that exit, or when we get off or get out of the fun house, because eventually we do get out of there. But it just really, Spirit is saying, we're waiting for two things, because there's simultaneous experiences happening, which I spoke about in the last message. Some people are still catching up, and so there's that part, that there's the people that are still catching up. We're waiting for them to catch up, and I hate using the word, but to awaken into what's happening. A lot of people are already waking up to the reality of what's happening. So we're just really letting them catch up. But then there's the part also where we need to participate. And if we want this nightmare of a carnival ride to stop, then we do have to take action and choose how we show up in this experience. So that is by our decisions on how do we participate, and do we continue participating, but then also how the things that we do in our immediate now life, which is what we're going to focus on, right? Because remember I said about the vision, and the bigger picture is not out there, it's here, it's now. So we want to do things now in the present moment as if it's already in the past. And so that brings me to another tool or exercise that I was given by Spirit that we want to implement. And so it's kind of like the vision, holding the vision in the now, but this is also now holding the energy of what's going on in the past. So hopefully you're following me, because I know it can get a little confusing. So for example, the things that you obviously don't want to experience or that we want to clear out, we should speak into it in the past. So I am grateful that that never happened. For example, I'm grateful that we came out of this and that we are now happy. So that's the energy that and the the words that we want to speak into, so that it speeds everything up. And again, we have to participate and decide when we get off. And so those are the things that Spirit pretty much showed me. And then lastly, just remember to continue to do things that are raising collective vibration. So not just within yourself, but within the space. So if you follow me on social media, then you know that I shared earlier in the week, I woke up with the song playing, and I know it was God sent, Spirit sent. And there's also a prophet, you might have heard of him. His name is Kim Clement. He has now gone to spirit world. Well, in the last few months, actually last year, I began to channel him. I began to communicate with him. He started bringing in messages. And so I pretty much asked him, I asked him for guidance once in a while. And so he's the one who said, the world needs God right now. The world is out of touch within themselves, within their spirit and connection to God. And so the collective is just running on the fear and the low vibration, even though consciously they speak God, but they're not feeling God. So he put that song in my awareness to listen to. And again, it's with the intention of raising that vibration. And what I've been doing is I've been listening to it. I've been meditating to it either when I wake up or as I'm falling asleep. And I have found that it is really resonating with me, and it is really lifting my energy up and connecting me back to that God source feeling, not just, the thought, but the energy of it. So the song is, and of course I just blanked out, but I'm going to post it below. Because again, it's something that just came into my awareness. So when I try to think of it, I can't find it, but I will leave it below. And I encourage you guys to listen to it around other people, and anything that is uplifting. So please continue to do this, and I will continue to connect with you guys. So much love, so much gratitude. I love you guys, and thank you for watching. Aho.